Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to the Tenacious Golf Tour here on December 25th, 2021. I hope everybody has had a wonderful day so far, whether it's with family and friends or whether you've had to be at home for whatever reason. Still a rather touch and go time as far as some people are concerned, others not so much. If you're feeling well and you've done everything you need to do as far as keeping yourself healthy, then probably you're visiting family and having a great day. And if not, you can sit here with me and have a great day watching some Tenacious Golf Tour as we're going to play out the final few holes of the Minnesota Classic from TPC Twin Cities, which in play vernacular, P-L-A-A-Y, is the way you spell play. In their vernacular, it's the Thousand Lakes Pro Course, but we're not worried about TPC Twin Cities or the PGA Tour getting on our cases. But anyway, so I'm Tenacious Earl, and again, this is it's Christmas Day, so I got my own toy, new toy. It's right here. It is a new set of soccer cards. I really wanted to get it out and play, but I had already kind of set this tournament up, and I said to myself, what am I going to do? Am I going to do what I just got right now, or am I going to get this tournament finished up? And I rolled a 20-sided die. I figured that's what better way to make a decision for a gamer than to roll a die, and it came up on the 1 to 10, which was do the golf. The 11 to 20 was play some soccer. So hopefully you guys are into the golf, because that's what we've got to do. I'm going to get myself a can of water while we are getting prepared to play out the final few holes. This is the way things look at the moment as far as the scoreboards go. These are the players involved, although probably I think 5 of the 12 right now are out of contention. So your leader came out of Group 2. His name is Todd Mann. He is a custom card that I've made, and he is having one heck of a round. He does have a bogey, but 6 birdies thus far on this accessible. Well, for some it's accessible. For actually more than half are over par, but we do have Todd Mann and Gil Valentine. Those are the two who have had good rounds thus far. -6 for Mann on the day and -15 for the tournament. Valentine one behind with a -4 on his day thus far. If you can see the and in fact, I'm going to do, because it doesn't show up very well, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this alternating color format just a little bit to be a little more that didn't make much of a difference, did it? Let's see. Oh, that's the header. Does that help? That helps. Hi, Jason. Merry Christmas. Yep, it's a good day, and we're going to finish this up. But Todd Mann is your leader. Gil Valentine is one back. And then we've got Carson Riddell. That's probably the biggest name that we have here on the leaderboard, aside from like Gil Granberry, but he is out of contention at this point. So Greer Copeland, the third, and Derrick Young are 6 back. So they've got some strokes to make up here. And the thing is if you look at Todd Mann's card, aside from the putting gold, his card is pretty weak. So let's see if he can hang in here and earn a rather Cinderella story first victory on tour, or if Jim Visacki can get his, the American. Coming off an injury not that long ago. He was injured up until about 3 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden he's right in there. He also is playing with a gold putter. So let's go with 15. We're going to start here with the first group, which is basically Jimmy Kimes at this point. And I'm going to try and do a quick adjustment to the focus here. Let's see if we can get this looking a little bit better. Yeah, that's about the best I can do, and I don't want to do too much zooming. Although I can do a little bit there. So that's probably not too bad. But so Kimes is 7 back. So he's, just out of contention, but I haven't moved him there yet because we're going to do this. So the 15th is a 451-yard par 4. Nothing exotic here. It says on the card, a trio of bunkers guard the slightly bowl-shaped green. Most pros won't have much trouble getting par or better. So we have 3 dice faces, 3, 4, and 5 on the card, which means that's what will make course control, where we have to look at the symbols on the card itself. Otherwise it would be off the golfer. But for now we're gonna just do these 2 guys. So the first one is Glen Frizzard, who is out of contention, and he birdies this hole. That's gonna move into -6. He's still 9 back, so a birdie for Frizzard. And then we have next Tagaki Yamasaki. That's a mouthful, isn't it? And that's a par. Going off the emerging contender chart, now we're going to play Jimmy Kimes. So 1 or 2, and it will go off of his traits. 3, 4, or 5, it'll be off the course trait. 6 is a patient par. So it'll be 3. We look at the black and the silver. 36. So we look over here on the card, and it's rough in 1. So he finds the rough with his tee shot on this par 4. So he'll have to recover from that with a green 3. We look at that. Is he a workman? We look under recovery. He does not have the workman, which is a bad quality. He does not have that, so he does get up to the hole within about 5 feet for par. Easy par putt. He puts a good stroke on it, and he does have it fall into the hole for his par at 15. So then what we do is we keep moving here. So this group's on 15, this one's on 14, 13, and 12. And we just keep moving them along in succession. Todd Mann, our leader's coming off a birdie. Visaki's trying to keep pace with him, but Mann's birdied 3 out of the last 4 holes going here on the back 9. So we'll see if he can keep this up. Now this one is a little bit of an interesting hole. One of these, what we call in the community of players, a boutique hole, where you have a choice. It's not just a straight up hole. You have a choice, and you have to decide this for each golfer before they play the hole. Are they going to play it safe or go for it? Todd Mann being in the lead, I think we're going to play it safe here with him. He's not going to be too. What the safe does is where we have these question marks over here. You get a difficult birdie. And so that gives you only a 1 in 6 chance of a birdie if you decide to take it. If you go for it, it gives you a half chance at a gimme birdie, but also a half chance of being in the water and a tough score. So Mann's going to play it safe. He's okay with a par here. Hoping for better. This is a par 4, 437 yards, and 4 and 5 are the only ones where these question marks come into play. But let's see. 6, he's going to get a patient par. He'll earn a blue chip and get his par, and as his playing partners are out of contention, we will just quickly run through those. So when we do the out of contention, we just do the white die and the decider die, and so this is Gage Valentine, and for him it's a 1. on a normal hole. That'll be a birdie. And then next is going to be Gil Granberry. That's a par. Big name who just had some really bad luck here. He is 2 over par. Valentine's the one that's had the worst luck, although he did just get a birdie. So now we'll move back to 13 for this group, which is Yamasaki, who is 1 behind. He wants to be, he would love to get another birdie here. It would be back-to-back birdies if he does. So, 228-yard par 3. He has a blue chip. He may use it here just to try and see if he can get a shot at a birdie here, but let's see. 228 yards, so 4 degrees of course control. Long for a par 3 with an elevated green and difficult crosswinds. 3 factors that make this a hole not to be trifled with. And so Yamasaki he's going to hold on to his blue chip. He has gold putting, so if he can get a course and maybe just a chance at a birdie, maybe that would help him. Let's see. So he gets 2. So we go 14, which is golf cam course. So we go to that chart in the book. That's what the square means. The circle means golf cam green. So par 3, green 1. Is it cordial? No. Is he a laser? No, he's not a laser. So he needs a clutch par putt. 1 to 5, and it's a 6. He loses his blue chip, and he's going to bogey. It's going to be a 2-shot lead for Mann. Easy bogey is the follow-up for him, a clutch putt, and there's the putt he needed. But a bogey for Yamasaki, and now it's a 2-shot lead for Todd Mann. This is a C-tier tournament, so what that means is the big names are not playing this. It's got a little less money involved. So now Greer Copeland will be up. He is 6 behind. And with a white 6, he will earn a blue chip and a par. And then we will play Yanni Najima, who is out of contention right here. We'll use the white and the decider. And he birdies. My nose is itching, so let's see. I have the 11th out here, but we already played that. That's out of... I've already passed that all. Okay, so now the 12th. For this lead group who have had their struggles today, Derrick Young is the only one. Well, Riddell is still in contention too. But neither of them, they've both been passed by Mann and Yamasaki. So Riddell even par on the day so far. Derrick Young 1 over. And Leon Bay is 3 over and is fading fast. But this is a scoring hole, a direct par 5, which means an eagle is a good possibility here. But if you get a white 6, you get double cordial birdie without a blue chip. So this one you have a choice if you get these stars, if you get the white 5. And on a star, you can take the gimme birdie or a difficult eagle, depending on what you are needing at the moment. It does have a little water here, but this is a let it rip kind of hole, as it says on the card. So Carson Riddell, he was tied with 3 others for the lead. These 3 and then Yamasaki, and they've all gotten lapped pretty much. So 3, 4, 4. Go to the par 5 chart. Is he yeoman or puny? Look under Woods, no. We keep going. Is he cold? He is not, because he's on a par, but he birdied 10 as well, so not cold. So we go to mood, and he's stormy. That's not good. So we go to then the mood chart, golf cam mood, green 4. We'll ask, is he sunny? And he is not, so he's going to have a double difficult birdie putt. That's going to be something that he needs to lag. In History Maker Golf, you can lag without rolling dice. You can just take a double difficult birdie and go to an easy par. You move 2 easier on your follow-up putt than what you would get without doing that. But I do a roll here just to try and add a little bit of spice, but usually most results from that roll give the exact same result, which is now an easy Yeah, easy par. Double difficult birdie to easy par. Sorry, I was blanking a little bit. So, yeah. Derrick Young. I got this crappy webcam right here out. Again, just to try and see if this thing works. It seems to be working okay so far. Derrick Young, you get a white 5, and 13 is going to be the bunker in 2, so he's going to play this a little outside the norm. Green 4 after a bunker in 2, so is he chunky? No, he's actually a pretty good bunker player here, so instead he ends up with an easy par putt as long as we don't get 6s. Got 1 6, but the 4 there makes it a par and a successful putt. Now Leon Bay, who is out of contention for the most part, he's well down. 3-5-5. Go to the par 5 chart and see king. He is a king, so he will get a blue chip, which cancels the red that was on his card. And we go to the par 5 chart. Green 5. Hacker. He's not a hacker, so we have strong applause. We re-roll the white die. That gives us a 3. That's a difficult birdie putt. So he's going to try to make it. He needs a 1 for a difficult birdie. And it showed for a second, but then it's a 4. Now a moderate par, anything but 6. And he makes the par. So if you're tuning in, just drop a line in the comments. I can see the comment box. I hope everybody is getting what they had hoped for Christmas, with shipping fun and all that stuff. May not be a foregone conclusion that everybody got the package they were hoping for, but let's hope it was easier than you expected. But okay, 16. 411-yard par 4, pretty easy course here. Let's just take a quick look down the stretch here. We've got 16 is a 2 course control par 4. Drivable green for members. The tee has moved back to 411 for the tournament. Very little chance at eagle. Here's 17. Par 3, 4 degrees of course control. Still a tougher hole, but not too tough. No daunting or anything. Championship pin placement makes this much more difficult. You can see the water in play here on the left. And then we've got another chooser at 18. So 596. It's still reachable for some. And it's another one of these shots where you go for it. And it's 5 degrees of course difficulty. So the white 6 can get you an easy birdie without any you don't get a blue chip for it, but you do just get a no nonsense birdie. Take it and go. So, but anyway, we're gonna play 16 here with these guys. So this is the and there's a birdie for Frizzard back to back. Best he's played all day. He's back to within 8. It's got a contender chart. It's working well for him. 16. Neutral 3 is a par for Yamasaki. Now Jimmy Kimes. We got 3. So it's going to be golfer control 136. He's not a duffer or scatter, so he hits a nice drive. Then he's not a hero either, so it's going to go to his mood. Kimes does not have a mood at the moment. Green 3 asks, are you stormy? And since he doesn't have a mood, he's not stormy, so he has an easy birdie putt. He's going to hold on to the blue chip. Try to make this 1-4. He'll be stormy if he misses. He does make it, so that makes him sunny. And a birdie for Jimmy Kimes as he's looking to try and close out this round. I'd like to get to -10 or maybe even -11 and see what happens down the stretch with Mann and Visotki. Okay, so back to 15. We've already seen the preview of this hole, so let's roll out Gage Valentine. That's a par. Not too big a degree of difficulty here on the way home at TPC Twin Lakes. Another par. And now we get to the leader, Todd Mann. And let's see what he rolls. He gets a 1, so 2, 4, 5 on the par 4 chart. Is he a legend? He doesn't have any of those. He doesn't have that, so it's going to be a short game check with a green 4. Is he stone? No, he's not. So he has an easy par putt. 6-6 would be miss, and he doesn't miss it, so it's in the hole. And we'll move back to 14. This little chooser hole. And first up is Najima, who's coming off an out of contention birdie. And he's going to get a bogey here. So he gives it right back. Now we're going to get Greer Copeland the third. And Yamasaki is the final golfer as he's coming off a bogey. So Greer Copeland, he's going to go for it here. So again, only on a 4 or a 5 would this possibly come into play. And he gets 23. That's a little dark. Let's try. It shows it a little bit better there. It's 23. Not much, though. That's a little better. So 23 is going to be sand and 2 on this par 4. Okay, and we go to green 2. Is he sandy? No, he's not. He's semi-workman, so it's an easy par putt. And Copeland makes it. And now Yamasaki, who is right at the precipice here. You feel like he has a chance to win this thing if he can just hang in there. He's going to get a blue chip par here. He was gonna go safe here, I believe. That was going to be my choice for him since he's only 2 shots off the lead. So back to 13. And it'll be Carson Riddell. He's going to hold on to the chip there. Let's see. 14 is Golf Cam course. And a green 5. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. Okay, we got an easy par putt for Riddell to maintain his standing at -10. He's in 3rd place, and that's where he will stay for the moment. He needs to make up 5 shots, though, if he wants a chance at his 3rd tour victory. I believe it's his 3rd. Young, 2 is going to be 34. It's going to be course control, and 34 is Golf Cam course as well, par 3. And a green 4. Is it a daunting hole? It's not. So Derrick Young has a chance for a clutch birdie. He's going to use a blue chip to go from 1 to 3 normal to 1 to 5 gold. Can he make it? And he does. Derrick Young to -10 joins Riddell 5 back, and now Leon Bay. Okay, we got 15, which is another Golf Cam course, and a green 3. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. It's going to be a clutch putt for par for him. He's a 1 to 3, and he doesn't have any blue chips, but he does make it. So he'll get one for making the clutch putt, and we're through that round of it. Now we just got 17 and 18 to play for these guys. Todd Mann is your leader here. 2 back Yamasaki. And again, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention at the beginning of the game. The name of this game is History Maker Golf. Sold by Play Games. Their email address, or their URL, not their email address. Their URL is Play Classic, PLAAY Classic, CLASSIC.com. Playclassic.com. And actually, let's do this. let's do this real quick. We have a minute. Whoops. Best laid plans, right? We're getting there. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where the heck it went. Well, hopefully that'll be good enough. Up there at the top, you can see it. So, sorry for the delay, but just figured we'd put that up there. So, we're through with 13. Time to go to 17, the par 3. I've shown you that before already. 229 yards. It's 4 degrees of course difficulty. And Glen Frizzard is on a roll. It's 4 under on the back 9. Neutral, and 6 there's his bogey. First bogey of the back. I jinxed him. And now Jimmy Kimes. He's going to use his blue chip to take control on this, since the 18th is relatively easy. Par 3, 2-4-6. Champion, or he is champion. He'll have an easy birdie putt. So a 1-4 moves Kimes to -10, and there's a 3-way tie for third, and he makes it. He's 3 under on the back now. Had an even par front, which if he had been able to avoid the bogeys, I think that would have put him right up there with the leaders. And now we have Tagaki Yamasaki with a bogey of his own here. So that'll drop him to -2. He is 13 behind. So we'll go back to 16. And this will be Gage Valentine. Neutral 4 is a par. And we've got Gil Granberry, another par. Okay, and now the leader, Todd Mann. The 16th. He's got blue chips to use. 3, 5, 6. Scatter. He is scatter, so he's going to lose one of the chips as the gallery groans. And a green 6 is going to say, is he a workman? He is not. So he still, but he has a difficult putt for par. Needs a 1-3 to stay 2 ahead, and he misses it. So now a moderate bogey needs to avoid a 6, and he does. But a bogey for Mann, and there's a door that is open for Jim Visotki. He may have heard the groans from the hole ahead, thinking, oh boy, maybe I've got a chance now. But first we've got Greer Copeland at the 15th. Okay, 5 on the white means we look at the card here. 55, he's in the trees with his tee shot. very bad tee shot, and it has a horrible lie. It's right up against a root. So is he a master? He is not. So he's going to have a tough time getting out of here. Not clean, so now he's going to have to get up and down. Double difficult. He's got about 40 feet for par. He's going to lag it up there. And, ooh boy, if that had been a 1, that's in. But instead, the easy bogey putt comes along and he makes that. Copeland will move back to -8. Now, Gil Valentine coming down the stretch here. 36. He's in the rough in 1 with a green 3, so a better lie in the rough. Should be able to get up and down. He leaves a good iron to the outer fridge. He lags it up there from off the fringe, and the easy par putt, which is in. So he'll remain 1 back. And now Yanni Nijima, the Swede. Round to remember. Double bogey on 11 will stick out as a linchpin for this round, where it just went very poor after that. Okay. And now that lead group that has taken it on the chin today, it's going to be Derrick Young to lead off with after a birdie. He is going to go for it here. He is a young guy. Actually, he's going to play safe. He's a young guy. He's happy with a top 10 right here. Doesn't want to risk anything, so it doesn't matter any. 1-4-6 as he gets control of the white 1. Legend or dynamic? He's semi-legend with a dot. So there you go. It's a blue chip, and the gallery lets out a rip cheer as they see that ball bounding down the short grass. Then a green 6, so it's going to be a difficult birdie putt. He's not a hacker, so he could use the chips here and try to improve. He could improve up to easy, which is still a 1-4. He's going to try to make it. He needs a 1. Not a very good odds, but every once in a while we make a 1 here. Let's see. Oh! And Derrick Young from downtown, 37 feet, and he drains it, and that brings him up to -11. He is within 3 shots with 4 to play. Glimmer of hope. Riddell, he's going to go for it. He's got lots of money in the bank, so it doesn't matter. 3-3-6. Is he hot? No. Is he dynamic? No. Okay, golf cam green, and it's a challenging green. So this is very likely to be a problem. Yeah, so he needs a clutch par because it's asking if it's challenging. And he's going to have to use his blue chip to stay at -10. And he does make it. He would have made it without using it, which frustrates him, but doesn't want to take chances too much with that. Would like to hold his position there. Okay, and Bay would have gone for it, so, but it doesn't matter because it's 1-3-5. Duffer, puny, semi-puny, no dot, so he gets away with that. Utility, he's not utility, so we go to right now. And right now he is neutral. He's not cold, so that's going to lead to a gimme birdie putt. So 6-6 is a miss. Otherwise, it's in, and he gets his second birdie of the day. A rather too little, too late birdie, but he will take it nonetheless. And so we see Todd Mann with a 1-shot lead over Yamasaki, 3 ahead of Derrick Young, as Jimmy Kimes, Tagaki Yamasaki, and Glen Frizzard reach the 18th. This choice par 5. Kimes will have the honor, and he's going to go for it. With 5 degrees of course difficulty, these question marks are a lot more likely to come up. So 33 is going to be golf cam course. He avoids the question marks, and this should lead to a birdie putt. 4, Is it daunting? No, it's not. So a clutch birdie. If he gets a 1-3, he birdies. If it's 4-6, he ends up with a red chip, which he'll have to use and leave him a moderate par putt. He does make the birdie. So Jimmy Kimes with a nice back nine. You can see here he a 67, a 32 on the back, only one blemish there, and he gets to minus 11 too. He puts the score on the leaderboard in the clubhouse, and now we'll see if these guys who are Yamasaki is an experienced guy, although he is looking for, both of these guys, him and Mann, are both looking for their first victory on tour. So let's close out 18 with Frizzard. He'll do the out of contention roll. That's a par. So for the double cordial holes, you need it to be 1, 2, or 3 in a decider die. And that is a bogey. That's a 6 in a decider die. So for Yamasaki, he bogeys the last 2 and ends up with a 76. So a tough day for the Japanese player. He's going to be hoping for a better day ahead. Okay, so we're going to play 17 with, first up will be Gage Valentine. That's a par on a 5. Then it'll be Gil Granberry. That's a bogey. My hat clipped the camera. And now Todd Mann. He is not going to use that chip. He's going to hope he gets a birdie putt. Let's see, 2 is going to be, so it's going to be 25. That's golf cam green. Par 3 and a green die 5. Friendly no, challenging no, easy putt for par. And he is, oh, and he misses it. 6-6 is a miss on an easy par putt. So he's going to at least bogey. Now, gimme bogey is the follow-up. No 3-6s, but a bogey, back-to-back bogeys for Mann, and we are tied at minus 13. Yamasaki with the door open. Consistent golf from him may win him this first title of his career. Wouldn't that be something else? So speaking of Yamasaki, here we go on 16. The hole's dwindling. Can he get another birdie here and really put the pressure on Mann to birdie 18? 2-3-3. King, semi-king with a dot. That's going to be a beautiful drive. He gets all of it, pures it, and the gallery cheers. Then we got a green 3. That's a good result here. A hero or a champion. He is a champion. An easy putt for birdie. He's going to use a blue chip here to go from easy to gimme. And as long as he avoids 6s, and he does, it's a birdie for Yamasaki, a 2-shot swing, and he takes the lead at minus 14 with 2 to play. It's going to be Yanni Nijima next with the out of contention roll, and he's going to par 16. Now Greer Copeland, the third, coming off a bogey. Sometimes with this game, and with all sorts of tabletop games, you can kind of like get to the point where maybe you're just feeling a little dull about things. And then all of a sudden you find a moment where it comes together. And that was one right there. So 46 is going to be sand and 2. So tries to hit his approach into the green. He gets it a little heavy, and he ends up front right in the bunker. So green 3, par 4, sand shot 2. Is he chunky? No, he's fortunate that he's workman, which is more of a rough trees designation than chunky. So he's not chunky, so he gets a gimme par putt. So he should drain that one, and he does from 2 feet. Shouldn't be a problem. Back to 15, and here's Derrick Young. This may be the only guy besides Mann with a chance. I don't see Riddell doing it. So here comes Young. He's going to take a par and get another blue chip. He's going to need all three. He's probably going to need 3 birdies down the stretch on his last 3 holes, or maybe even sneak in an eagle on 18 to have a real chance, especially with Yamasaki still having to play 18. But he also has to play 17 too. Here is Leon Bay. 166 on the par 4. Is he Yeoman? No. Stormy? Yes. So the Stormy takes him from an experience check to the short game. Green 6, is he stoned? He's not stoned, so he has a difficult par putt. 1-3. Misses. Moderate bogey. 1-5. He makes that. He's going to drop back to -7 after the birdie on 14. He follows it up with a bogey. Now Carson Riddell needs to find a way to birdie this hole if he wants to have any chance. He is 4 back with 4 to play. 14 is in the rough and 1 with a green 2, so maybe a chance here. He's going to, let's see, does he have a chance at a wow? I don't think so. Rough and 1. Green 2, master. He's not a master. He is on the sandy side of things, so no. It'll be a moderate par putt. So that's not going to be a chance. 1-5, he makes it, but no birdie opportunity. I don't know. I think there could be some who would argue that you should be able to wind that moderate par to a difficult birdie and be able to try that, which is still just a 16% chance. Pretty low opportunity there. So I don't really do that, but some people may. If that's the way you would like to do it, by all means. I don't think there's anything against that. They even mentioned that kind of thing in the rule book, if I am not mistaken. Okay. The leader, Todd Mann, reaches 18, but his playing partners are going to go before him because he is on back-to-back boogers. So it will be Gage Valentine closing it out here, double cordial. 1, 2, or 3 gives him a birdie. So a birdie for Valentine. 75 plus 4 on the day. Not a good day for him. Gil Granberry, there's a par. He say it gets away from the bogey only because of the decider die. And now we got Todd Mann. And he is going to go for it here. He could take control of this hole, but if you look at his traits, let's make sure we give him back that blue chip there. This is a custom card. His traits are bad. Yeoman, scatter, semi-puny, semi-utility, and semi-laser. Semi-laser is the only one that's any good there. He is semi-icon, but he's also semi-gilded. And here at the bottom, but he's a great putter. So most of his long game is pretty poor. He does okay on accuracy with his irons, but so he's going to hold on to the blue chip and use it later. If he gets a white 6, he gets a birdie anyway, but he's going to go for it if he ends up on one of those question marks. 56 is going to be golf cam course. He'll work that just fine. Green 3, cordial, yes. It's a clutch putt for birdie. And he's going to hold on to the chip. He may need it for a playoff. He needs a 1-5 to birdie and to tie Yamasaki, and it is in. Todd Mann with the big birdie to put the mark up there in the clubhouse. -14, a 5-under round of 66, and a great day for a card that's not so good. As you can see, you can have rounds with a card that's not so great. One thing that you probably need is to have good putting. You're earning blue chips when you have good putting rating. So, and you don't have to spend them. You can save them for taking holes and also improving putts that are not on the clutch spectrum. So, anyway, 217. And Yamasaki, he will use a blue chip here to take control of this par 3, try to work some magic here and get a birdie. He needs a birdie on 18. He would just love a par here, in all honesty. 4-4-6. Is he a hacker? No. I tell you, the only thing that would really make you pause is possibly getting a utility roll, and there are a few. But he doesn't get it here. Instead, it's going to go to mood, and he does not have a mood. It's a green 4, which means asks if he's a or if he's sunny, and he's not sunny, so it's going to leave him a double difficult putt for birdie. His best play here is to lag, which he does, and he leaves himself an easy par as he just has to avoid 6s now. And he does. That's a par. And now he has a chance to go to 18 and win it with a birdie or better. Okay, so now it will be Yanni Nijima on 17. That's going to be a bogey for him. His day of reckoning continues. He is 4 over. 2 birdies are the only real bright spots. And now Greer Copeland the third. He's going to spend the blue chip to take control here as well. And it's going to be 1-2-4. Not a firm green, so we go to Golf Cam Green. Par 3, green 4. Neither friendly nor challenging, so he needs a clutch par putt. 1-3. He can't earn a red chip since he spent one, so there misses his clutch. Easy bogey, but because he spent a blue chip, he can't earn the red. Okay, back to 16. Derrick Young needs to go birdie, birdie, birdie. Three, 6-6 on the par 4. He gets control on this one. He'd like to find a birdie without using more than one chip here. Shaper, no. He's almost in the green 6 is not going to help him. So he's not stone. He needs a difficult par putt. Oh boy. He is going to use a blue chip here to make it moderate. And he misses that. Easy bogey, and I think his tournament is now on ice. He is probably not going to have enough holes to catch Todd Mann. Todd Mann's already in the clubhouse. Carson Riddell. 44 is rough and 2. Green 6 is a bad lie in the rough. It's going to be a tough up and down. He's not a master, so a double difficult. He's got a lag. Double difficult par. He lags that easy bogey. He almost got the 6s, but bogey, bogey on this one. This is not a tough hole, but for this group, it is playing super tough. Now Leon Bay with a 2-3-6. He's not a duffer, so it's short game with him as well, and he is not stone, but it's going to be the green 6, so he needs a difficult par putt. He does make his. He learned from Derrick Young's putt and makes that. So, all right. Last hole for Jim Yamasaki, tied for the lead. We could have a playoff here. It is very much in play. If he can birdie this, he wins. He is going to play it safe. Safe gets him an easy birdie putt. Go for it. You'd have a chance at eagle. He doesn't need an eagle here. He just needs a birdie. Can he? And if he gets a white 6, he wins. Let's see. It's a 5 and a... Oh, he's in the sand in 2 with a green 4. So the white 5 picks up... Well, this is 5 degrees of course difficulty, so it doesn't really make a difference. It's a really awkward hole where it's double cordial, but you need to take control of it to really have a chance. So 12, sand in 2, green 4. He's not chunky, so he has an easy par putt to get into this playoff. As long as he doesn't get 6s, he will have a chance to go to the playoff. And he makes it. So there is almost certainly going to be a playoff here between Yamasaki and Todd Mann. Next up will be Najima closing out his round on the out of contention. That's a par. Najima with a 75 on the par 71 course. 4 over, and let's get Greer out of the way. 36 is Golf Cam Green. Green 2. Friendly? No. Challenging? No. It's going to be an easy par. And he holes it out. Okay, so we got a little bit of business left here. We got to get these last 3 golfers in. None of them have a chance here. Leon Bay is going to get I think this is his second special result roll on the trips. Takes control with a 1, and then he gets trip 5. So we're going to go ahead and roll black and green. 13, par 3. Missed green on the tee. Poor recovery, loss of confidence, difficult putt for par. Workman till further notice if he misses it. For Leon Bay, he's going to use that. He does not want that as a workman, so he needs to avoid a 6 now, and he does. So a par as he goes from difficult to moderate, which is a 1 to 5. So you are allowed to do that if you have a situation where you could gain a till further notice quality or something like that you don't want. You can use a blue chip, and if you still make the putt, it counts the same way. Same as if it would be a good trait. Now, Derrick Young, yeah, he might as well use this chip, hey? Can't take him with you when you go. He may use a blue chip on 18 as well to take control. 2, 3, 5. I mean, you'd think that with all those course designations, but if you miss the course designation like Yamasaki did, your chance at birdie goes way down. 2, 3, 5. Legend or Shaper? Legend, he doesn't get the dot. He's not a Shaper. So then we go to Champion. Is he? Yeah, he is a Champion. So an easy birdie putt. And he's going to try and make it. We could use the chip here. We're going to try and save that chip for 18. And he does make the 1 to 4. So a birdie for Young. Minus 11. That bogey on 16 is a killer. Because that could have made it minus 12. I mean, he could have still eagled 18 potentially. Carson Riddell, 2. It's going to be 36. Sand in 1. Green 3. He's not chunky, so it'll be a gimme par putt. 3 6s is pretty unlikely. And we got par. And now we go to 18. Playoff will start at 18. And then we will move back to 16. And we'll do 16, 17, and 18. So Derrick Young. He's going to hold on to the blue chip and hope that he gets either one of the courses. But he will go for it. 56, Golf Cam course, green 6. Not daunting, and he's not scattered, so a clutch birdie putt. He's going to use the chip to go gold, 1 to 5, and he makes it. So back-to-back birdies to close out what could have been for Derrick Young. Finishes minus 12, a good third-place finish for him. Solo third, should earn him a nice payday. Leon Bay. There's a birdie. Consolation prize for him as he gets a white 6, and we're not even going to bother doing anything else with him. And Carson Riddell, he'd go for it. 44 is going to be water, so he ends up in the pond in 2. So green 1 is a hero. Semi-hero with a dot. Yes, so he's going to have a difficult par putt. So a chance to at least avoid a bogey on this hole, but he misses that. Moderate bogey putt. He misses that. Easy double. And so a double bogey to close out a rough back 9 for Riddell. 74. Still top 10 finish for him. But, all right, now here we are with our playoff. So I'll take a moment here to set up and just to again wish those of you who are watching now or will be watching after the fact a Merry Christmas. It's a wonderful time of the year, as the song says. Actually, I think the song says it's the most wonderful time of the year. And I would agree. It's a time when if you can stay healthy, it's very good. If not, and if you have family that worry about the virus, it can be tough, and that's kind of a situation that I'm in at the moment. But it's okay. All is well. All is well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and boy, for some reason the color on this thing went bonkers. So let's try re-adding the camera. Man, I do not know why this went so... Alright. We're going to take drastic measures here. Let's see. Sometimes a reconnect will do all the wonders in the world. Let's see. Nope, it's still pretty. It's quite bright here, so let's... Oh, you know what? Maybe it's this. No, I don't think so. Okay, so doing the best I can. Oh, my hands look horrible now. All right, well, we're just gonna have to make do. So we've got these two guys, Todd Mann. I know my hand looks sickly, but looks like it's extreme sunburn. But let's see how best to show this. Let's good grief. All right, that's a good start right there. So the playoff is going to be Todd Mann, Jim Visotki. We're going to start with hole 18. Hi, Derrick. So we've got Todd Mann, Jim Visotki in a playoff. And so the way I break ties is I go with white and black, white, black, and let's see whose is higher. So I mean, whose is lower, and we're in golf. So Visotki's lower. He's gonna be playing first. So let's just do it that way, and let's get out this guy. Man, this looks horrible. What is going on? It just switched on me again. How do those look? It's still... Proper usage of what? I mean, you could do it the way you you could do what feels right to you, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. I just do it my way of this chart. Oh, I mean, this is mostly for match play, right? So if you're playing head-to-head golfers, you could use this for tournaments too. It just takes a lot longer, right? If you're... But we're going to use purple. Oh, that's the same color. No, that's purple and black. That's purple. And go with yellow. So this is the way I do it. I'll call purple the first and yellow the second, since they're alphabetical order. We're going to play the par 5, and Visotki is going to play safe. Both players are probably going to play safe here, as doesn't make much sense to go for it, I don't think, when you're in a playoff. Like I said, the second hole will be 16, then we'll go this third at 17. Depends on how long it goes. But Visotki, we got 5 degrees of course difficulty, and it's 66. A golf cam course, green 3. It is cordial. It's double cordial, so clutch birdie putt. So we will put this guy right here on the clutch birdie column. And now Todd Mann, he's still holding on to that blue chip. His traits don't really do much. And so woods in 1, trees in 1. Does this open the door? Let's see. Trees in 1, green 3. Is he a workman? No. Easy birdie putt. Oh boy. So no, it does not open the door. Actually, it's going to give Mann, and he goes first because the clutch goes second. So he's going to have a chance at a gimme birdie. He's going to use the chip. So now it's a 6-6 miss. Does he make the birdie and put the pressure on? Yamasaki is gold though. And he makes the birdie, so it's a birdie for Mann. 4 on the par 4. And I noticed I spelled Yamasaki's name wrong. There we go. So now he needs a clutch putt for birdie, which is 1-5. And he would earn a blue chip if he makes this. 1-5, blue chip or else. And a birdie or else his tournament is over. Can he make it? Oh, and it's a 6. Todd Mann is the winner. Todd Mann is your winner here at the Minnesota Classic. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. That is your tournament. Yamasaki with a chance to extend the playoff, and he blows it on a bad putt. So that's a rotten way to lose, but nonetheless, that's the way it goes, right? That's the way the round looked, if you care. You know, I use, to be frank with you, let me go back here. I'll look in this camera here. There we go. Sonny Todd Mann wins it. It still doesn't look right. I feel like there's something wrong with the electronics. Yeah, exactly. It may be because maybe if I unhook, let's get rid of this. Seems like anytime I have that thing hooked up, things kind of turn haywire. Let's do that, and now you get to see every blasted pimple and wrinkle I have up close and personal. Still a little too close for my liking, but let's see. All right, that should be a little better. All right, so what was I going to say? So yeah, I mean, honestly, if I did this, I don't know. This seems glamorous at times. Maybe it does. It's not. Personally, there are times I still wish I used pen and paper. There are times I have fun just getting back to pen and paper because it's a lot more fun. It is. It's just a lot more. It feels a lot more wholesome. There's a lot less that can go wrong. There. Let's yeah. Okay. There we go. A little better. Put it up there. So yeah, just look at it, make sure. So there's just playing by yourself without having a camera in front of you is just so relaxing, especially when you have a game that you really it feels like you're in sync with it, right? Like some games are just like that. It's just, it speaks to you kind of your your inner child and the game's maker or whatever. Just you're speaking the same language when you're grabbing those dice and you're throwing them, and you get out your score sheet that you printed off. I look good for 68. Yeah, I look great for... Yeah. Not quite that old, but, someday I'll get there. And I hope I still feel relatively young. I try to stay young at heart. The tough part is just my personality lets certain things get to me for some reason. Certain, competitive nature, stuff like that, it just eats me up. And it's not good. And I don't know why I have never been able to escape. I'm putting these cards away. I like to put this away when I'm talking here post game. I've never really been able to sort through why I'm just... I'll tell you a story, and this is where it kind of started. Remember when I think I was 8. I think that was when they let us start playing t-ball. I was 8, and I played third base for our t-ball team, and I was basically at the younger limit of it. And our coach was a guy that the older players who were, say, 10, 11 years old, they liked playing for, and they enjoyed it so much they preferred to do that than move up to Little League. And so we had an excellent team. And the first year I played, we went undefeated, and we had, and it was probably like 8 games. It wasn't that many games, but it was just great. It didn't get the realization that, oh, you're going to lose a game or two. So then the next year, all those players, well, our coach quit. He was married and just had other stuff in his life going on. And so he gave it up. And those guys moved on to Little League. And then our team went right in the crapper. And that was probably the toughest experience for me. And I just think that probably, I don't know, the taste of victory, I feel like it's what some of the people who are, some of the younger guys who root for certain teams that will remain nameless, that have this quote unquote winning culture, that they that's why they're so brazen about it, is that they don't realize that it's just you're lucky. You're lucky when you're winning, right? I mean, you might be good, but it can end just like that. Maybe you pick a team like the Yukon Huskies in women's basketball, or that's just one team. But pro sports, you don't really see the dynasty thing as much anymore, right? There are only a few teams. If you pick, let's say in soccer, you pick Manchester City. Yeah, I mean, they're always at the top. You pick Manchester United, they're always going to be there close to the top. Although this year it hasn't worked out for them since getting re-signing Cristiano Ronaldo, right? But in American pro sports, it's a little more volatile. You end up with your Patriots and basically any team with a quarterback. Just trying to make sure I get these things in alphabetical order. So anyway, so that's kind of what ends up getting to me, is just I'm a little overly competitive at times. So yeah, so I try to get, and it shows up in more than just sports, right? I mean, it's, everybody wants to be on top, right? Everybody wants to enjoy the spoils. Everybody wants to, but are you going to work? Are you going to improve? Are you tireless? I don't believe that some of the teams that have gotten there are tireless workers. I think some get there nefariously, but sometimes you just have to spend the money and take the risk, right? That's in sports. In this stuff though, what is success, right? Like let's take a channel that shows tabletop sports. What is success, right? What is it? At this point, I view success as I have people who will stop in and comment and watch and enjoy and interact, and that's where I have to, I have to stop letting myself be concerned about all the other stuff that's out there, right? I just need to enjoy what I've got. And what I have is a place where I can play a game of golf, I can play a game of soccer, I can play a game of baseball, football, whatever. And, occasionally I'll see several people in here. Occasionally it'll be one or two. Occasionally it won't be anybody. And I just have to be okay with that because, I hope in the process that someone comes by who's never seen these games before and says, oh, that's interesting. I mean, you probably get 10 people that come in and say, oh, that's pretty lame. And then you might get one for that 10 who comes in and says, wow, that's something I never realized was available. I'd seen, maybe seen those like magnetic football games where they just shake around and stuff, and I've seen other stuff, but I didn't realize that people were making stuff where all you use is probabilities to decide sporting events, and sure, there's also strategy involved, but a lot of what we do is, I just noticed this looks kind of weird, doesn't it? There we go. Oh, let's put that up there. That's better. Yeah. So, it's mostly luck of the die. Look at Todd Mann, who won this tournament, right? His card was bad. He had gold putting. That is enough. That it this one reinforces to me that maybe gold putting just gets a little too influential in this game, but it's probability. It's dice rolls. Someone's gonna get hot. You're gonna have Gil Granberry not get hot, right? He's cold as day. You have Carson Riddell. He hits a couple of bad ones and isn't able to sustain. On a different day, maybe Todd Mann doesn't get any of those rolls and ends up, so that's the kind of stuff that's very fascinating. Well, we're not too far away in age there, Jason. So thanks for being willing to say. I'm not going to, just because I don't know. I guess maybe my trust of the internet isn't as strong as it should be. I have no clue what that could bring about, or couldn't. But yeah, it's it's getting better. I get so frustrated with certain games. This Stratomatic football. I want so bad to have a football game where the computer makes the decisions on where the defenders line up, and I make the decisions what the offense does, and from there we get to play. And I'm having trouble getting the quarterback. What happened here? Oh. Let's here. We'll do it like this. Not the prettiest, but better than nothing. I can't remember what I was thinking about. Oh, the quarterback statistics aren't really matching what they probably should. So, but thing is, for a game or two, any quarterback's gonna have a bad game, and then in the next game they could have a good game, and it would just average out. So, I have more that I need to play with it, but I guess I just get frustrated sometimes when the intermittent results end up leading to snap judgments. And I just need to learn how to be more patient and let the larger sample size ring true, right? So, but anyway, all right, well, it's getting close to an hour and a half. Feel free to comment if you have any questions about the game, about why certain decisions were made, certain strategy points were carried out the way that I carried them out. I'm going to get my new set of, I got it. I hope you guys got what you were hoping for Christmas. I got what I was hoping for, which is 2021 English Premier League card set for Atba Soccer. I like the game a lot, and I'm hoping to play a game today and a game tomorrow. I'm not allowed, we're not going to be able to travel next week like we wanted to, and it makes me sad, but that's the way this goes. And so I'm going to make lemonade from lemons. And so tonight we're going to have ham. Next week we'll play some soccer. I'll probably play some more football. We'll just have a good old time. Maybe play some more golf. But just whatever you do, if you can see your family today, enjoy what you can see. Enjoy them. It's a very difficult time for many. Some are still way too concerned about being able to see family. If you're not feeling well, stay home. I think we're getting close. I'm really hoping that this Omicron variant is a godsend in a way. Not too much havoc being wreaked by it, aside from what I think we hear in the media, which is probably more. It's bluster. I think it's just, so. But if you're unwell, stay home, get well. There'll be time to see family in a couple weeks or a month or 2 months. It'll be okay. We've made it this long, but just stay healthy. If you haven't been vaccinated, I would highly recommend it. I understand. I'm not going to fault anybody for having questions about all of that. But it's what I did, and I think I'd hate to see people end up, I don't know, sick. What we're hoping, what I'm hoping, again, if this Omicron is the equivalent of a vaccine for all, like a mild but antibiotic generating or antigen generating substance that it gets into everybody because it's so dang contagious, and it doesn't really do much. If that's the way it works, we may be looking at a good, good times here in the near future. I'm hoping. I'm just praying. Just let's hope that we don't see any other funny business, and let's hope we just get back to normal, get back to a place where we get to go to tournaments and keep working, pulling in a paycheck, making our United States or whichever country we're in, making us a productive nation of people that are looking to make themselves and their fellow family members, countrymen, and world citizens better people, right? That's what we're hoping for. So anyway, hang in there. Merry Christmas. And last but not least, certainly not least, the reason for the season is Jesus Christ. He is our hope. Even when there are days that you feel dark, even when you think there are days where you don't know what the next day is going to hold, you feel like you're being consumed by fear. Fear not. He has made a way. Our Lord has made a way. All you need to do is fess up. Go to Him. That's all you need to do. All you need to do, go to Him. Just bow your head. Think back on all the things that you did to sow malice in this world. I have, myself included, I have to do this too, right? Preaching, right? I'm preaching right now, and I'm not a preacher, but I'm just saying. You just have to bow your head and say, Lord, I'm a wretch. It's just like the song says, right? Saved a wretch like me. I'm a wretch. I have done things that are terrible. I'm not going to confess what I did right here on camera, but in my heart, I know the things I've done wrong, and I am going to turn away from those, and I'm going to accept. That's all you need to do. You just need to accept the grace that He offers. That's what this season is about, is you have a way forward. And you have a way forward whether we all succumb to whatever variant comes along. If we all succumb to whatever thing has been shot into our body, I don't know. Like, we just don't know. I think it's probably not going to happen that way. But we all physically die, right? But there is hope. There is hope. Just seek Him. Seek the one who came over 2,000 years ago to bring us salvation, to bridge that gap that we can't bridge ourselves. So just lay your sins at His feet and move forward with Him. And that's what Christmas is about. I know the world wants you to know think it's about which present you got was the biggest, and is it bigger than everybody else's. But it's, you know what, if you accept that your present, hey, it might be the same size as everybody else's, but that's a heck of a present, right? Hope, joy, peace, grace, salvation, knowing that you are right with the Lord. That is a great gift. That's the greatest gift you can ever get. So anyway, that's my quick 4 or 5 minute sermon for today. Just please be well, bring joy to the world, and bring joy to your families. And we'll see you back here soon on Tenacious Sports. Have a great rest of your Christmas day, and we'll keep rolling here at some point before the weekend is out.